about like the trees. You know, we talk about trees and their journey through becoming each one so unique through the storms and through, you know, breaking and regrowth and bending this way and making room for that one, and, you know, on through, you know, the life of a tree. And they're all so unique, and it's the same way with the stone to me. And it just is so miraculous to sit here and go through these stones. I love these guys. They're so, some of them are just so stunning. He looks like he's been stained. So what has he been stained from? I love the stained ones. I love taking them home and putting them in my rock tumbler. They come out like Native American art. So I always pick up, you know, interesting pieces that jump out at me. Let's see. I always love the lines. Anybody who has watched these videos knows I always go for the lined ones. These are some of my favorites. In fact, I gotta take my I love, Christy, now I gotta feel these stones. There's something about the texture and the energy of these stones. Like, I love the way they sound sometimes, just clicking them together. And you know, sometimes it depends, you know, everybody's got their own way of calming themselves, and this is very meditative for me. So I've got plenty at home. In all kinds. I love quartz. I do meditative baths work. Oh wow, now look at that. Look at that. I swear I'm picking up Josh Gates' lingo. He's always saying, look at that! And I didn't do it right, but, you know, I'm starting to say it like him, and it's cracking me up. Because whatever he does, it just is like the energy goes through me, and I'm like, I know, right? Isn't it so exciting? It's just, that one's got an A on it. Oh, wow, look at that. Ooh, I'm taking that one home. I've got someone special I'm saving my A's for. So, look at this little spotted guy. What do you think his story is? I don't know. I'm not a geologist, and I'm not going to start trying to figure that out. It's more fun to discover, you know, on your own, and just come up with your own just ideas. We're in a new energy, and that means the veil is thinning between what we considered, you know, the afterlife. There is no afterlife. It's constant ascension. So that's amazing. But look at those lines. You know, death is just a transition, and when people say, you know, your grandmother will always be with you, they really mean it. Grandma's with you. So, or whoever it is that passed on. It's a beautiful, beautiful. Look at this one. I've spent 8 hours on end down here when I was first discovering these stones. And I'd haul them up the hill, you know, and off to my car and take them home and clean them up. And I've shared them with a lot of friends of mine who are also on a light worker journey, an awakening, and just seeing what kind of energy, you know, we are getting from this. And that's kind of how I met Christy. I don't even remember how we started connecting. It's so weird. The universe just introduces you to people. It's law of attraction, and we have very different gifts, what we thought, and now we're on this stone journey together. and you would not believe the things are manifesting. So what we're doing is, you know, sending these stones back and forth. This is a pretty one. These remind me of dolphins. And she is an amazing artist, and also she does her own channeling with extraterrestrial, which I don't even like that word anymore. There's just too many negative meanings behind that word. I think we've been led to believe a big lie about what's out there in the universe. So, guys, you know, when you think you've seen an angel, you're interacting with, you know, it's a lot of you are interacting with somebody from a different planet, and you know, it's their energy. They have ascended to a level where they can visit anywhere they want to. So yeah, they've been around, and so all those things you see, all the caves and everything, they can get here any way they want. You know, it's something that humanity. Let me slow down, catch my breath. Something we are learning to do, and it'll take generations. Each new generation will come in with new DNA awakened, and those are the missing pieces. According to Cryon, we're only using somewhere around 30% of our DNA, and quote unquote scientists, some, I'm not going to lump them all together, you know, will say that what will they say? I might have to keep this one private, Christy. Oh, Jesus, I lost my train of thought again. Well, maybe I wasn't supposed to say what I was supposed to say. Maybe I just need to stop for a minute and look through these stones. So let's just chill for a minute. Let's see here. Let's look in a different area. See, this is really cool. Look at this beach. Like, I go to beaches like this. Beaches nobody wants to walk on. Because it is pretty. You have to learn how to walk out here on these things, and you know, in the beginning you're tripping and falling, but you learn your rhythm just like anybody else, you know, and that's how you learn, right? So if it was important, it'll come back to me. If not, you can ask me about the ending of what I was trying to say later. When I listen back, I'm sure I'll remember. But let's just dig through stones for a minute. I love these little guys. You go to every different beach is going to have different stones. And I just sit here and wonder, why is that? Like, why are these so much more rounded and smooth, where some beaches are all flat and pebble-like, and some of them are, some of them you can find a ton of seashells. Down here you will not find very many seashells at all. I have found a few, and there's, I don't know if you saw, well, no, you didn't in this video, I'm so sorry. But walking out there, you know, you see the little snail shells that are, the sea snails that are on the rocks, and, you know, those will wash up. So, but isn't that gorgeous? Look at that one. So you can, if this is something you want to do, go searching for stones, you just follow your intuition. You can go anywhere. Look at that. We got a heart here. I find tons of heart-shaped rocks. I love that. There's a lot of them on my Instagram. So here's one. This one's cool. Yeah, see, I get distracted and I lose my train of thought. I just get so lost in the moment. And I'm learning how to just let my thoughts flow. For so many years, I felt like I didn't have a voice. That was nobody else's, deal. That was mine. We didn't know what we didn't know. And I think as an empath, you get tired of pointing out to everybody what's wrong with the world, and nobody's listening, and you're like, but can't you see how terrible that is? That doesn't make sense. Or you just at some point you're like, I gotta fit in, and you get in the box and you do what others expect you to do. Or the voices in your head that you may have heard passed down through the generations. This is an ancestral thing too. I love what Ryan Adams, in one of his songs, it's one of my favorite lyrics, Jacksonville Skyline, and he talks, there's a line in there about inherited sadness, and that's exactly what you inherit, if you've been born into a rough circumstance. So, but it's, we're in an energy where we don't have to, we can know the truth now, and we can learn law of attraction and have these journeys like I'm having with Christy right now. Wow, Christy, look at that stone. Let's just look and be silent. Oh, he's cool. He's got some quartz in him. Those red stains. Like, I'm sure I could figure out what causes stains. I'm sure if there was a geologist watching, he's probably pulling his hair out going, that's obvious. I don't know. It's kind of fun not knowing, isn't it? I mean, what if we knew everything? Wouldn't that be a boring life if you knew everything? You'll never know everything, guys. It's endless, and we're constantly creating, so we're constantly moving into this new energy, and it's just so exciting because I'm just seeing magic happen everywhere around me, and it, after working so hard at what was a very rough awakening to me, just feeling so free these days. Okay. Well, we won't make these too long. I know some of them go on and on, and geez, the attention spans we have these days, even me. I'm like, oh God, that looks too long. I don't want to watch that. So let's just look for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to shut down. And if I feel like it, I'll make another recording. That one's a stained one. He's really pretty. He's got little black spots. Let's see, what happens is, out here, it's like, I guess you just like have an eye for it, if it resonates with you, and you take them home, and I've got all these buckets of different stones, and, some of them go through the tumbler, and some of them do well with just cleaning them up with mineral oil and quartz. I love the way quartz looks when it's frosted, which is the bruising. There's always layers of bruisings. And then putting them together in a beautiful arrangement. Another thing that I've done that was so beautiful, I need to do this again, is, you just get this bunch of stones, whatever, they can be big, small. I added seashells, I just made these big arrangements in this huge glass vase that I didn't pay much for. I don't remember where I picked it up, but it was on the clearance rack, which is how synchronicity works, and it was really cheap. So I was like, geez, I gotta pick that up. And then I was like, oh, this is the perfect thing to. You can't really put flowers in here because what are you going to do at the bottom? And I started putting the stones in, and so I would just make new arrangements. Once the flowers were dying, you know, and whatnot. And then it would just be a whole new exciting artistic adventure, you know. And sometimes I would just, this is me getting lost. If anybody who knows me, has known me through the years, knows how much I love wrapping at Christmas. I think wrapping at Christmas is my favorite part. I really do. I probably spend more on the wrapping paper than I do on the gifts sometimes, but so it's kind of that same thing. I could sit down and wrap for hours on end, just making the bows perfect, and, you know, like crafters and creative artists and stuff, and it was like that. So sometimes I would decorate my bathroom for like 2 hours and make these beautiful displays with these stones, and I would take these meditative baths, and I gotta tell you, it was so healing. And that, you know, a lot of my gifts came in through those baths, and they still do. It's a daily thing for me. What do we have here? This is another one. Okay, so we're 17 minutes and 49 seconds in. So let's say that we're gonna call this a day, or the end of this video, actually. Not the end of the day, of course. Oh my God, until I find another stone. If I can you guys see these? I'm still learning. Let's see, he's going home with me. I can see, like, he's got such pretty stains on him, and he will make a beautiful arrangement. But you can even put these also in bowls and stuff like that. They're gorgeous, and they're fun to just kind of look through. Put, you know, a bowl in your kitchen and let your guests just kind of, you know, feel through these stones. They just feel so good. Okay, so with that, let's. Hi, Alice. Say hello to Christy. Well, she's right here. Oh my God, I think I might have to keep this one. I don't know. I don't know if I can put this on YouTube. I'm getting a little weird, and I'm not ready to completely come out and be weird yet. I don't want to weird people out. We'll see. I'm just having fun. Christy's here with me. That's part of the journey. So I always laugh because I'm sending her these videos, but I also feel her spirit with me. That's why it's funny. I'm not losing my mind. I know what's going on, and so does she. So I finally have somebody to back me up and go, nah, she's not crazy. This is really going on. There's some magic happening here. We're like, let's keep going. So anyway, okay, so let's say goodbye to Alice on this video, and let's get the light, and just sending you absolute joy and energy from Christy and I, and the consciousness of one, and the consciousness of Gaia, and everything here. It's just a beautiful time to be alive, and I'm so grateful to be part of this and to see all this beauty coming into the planet after spending a lifetime just seeing beyond, you know, what normal people could see, and just, well, beyond the bullshit. Let's just put it that way. And the newer generations are coming in, and they're like, what is going on here? So it's exciting to see the shift, the awakening, and mine happened in 2016. So it's taken me this long to kind of, I'm just now learning how to come out of the closet and be grounded enough to know what's going on and how to control, because it's very confusing when this comes crashing in, and you just have suddenly know, you know, like downloading information, and you're like a kid the night before Christmas, because you're just seeing all these amazing things happen, and you're getting amazing visions and traveling through different dimensions, and it's confusing. It's confusing because then you just remember, and then it was I don't know. It was like I didn't understand the third dimensional reality. That they weren't on the same frequency that I was vibrating at that point in time. So that was very confusing. But I'm so happy to be alive and so happy to be here enjoying this time with you, Christy. So here, we'll see if this goes public or private. Sending you love.